What's up, guys? Dante, aka Game Thief, fan of all games, here back giving you yet another drama scripted. How we start off every drama scripted, and if you're new here, please subscribe. If you've definitely watched one of my videos, or you keep coming here every week to watch one of my videos, definitely, please hit that subscribe button. But if you're new here, this is Drama Scripted, where I go to the most notable things that happened in the past week of wrestling. But how we start off on every Drama Scripted Saturday, we start off with the ratings. And we got Raw with 1.82 million. We have NXT. Do we even still call it 2.0 with 565,000? And we have AEW with 830,000. And this Drama Scripted is pretty much going to be I don't want to say like a rant, but like a lot of my opinions on what's currently going on in both WWE and in AEW on certain booking decisions. Let's start with randomly we're getting Seth freaking Rollins versus Omos at Backlash from literally out of nowhere. No booking, no storyline, no interact. Hell, they never even had an interaction at all for this match to even take place. So I guess now Omos or Seth has to come out tomorrow night and just say some random bullshit. So we could do a story feud thing and build it up in 3 weeks. 2 weeks or 3.5 weeks. Backlash is in May. I feel like Backlash is soon. Backlash 2023. I feel like it's the next 2 weeks, right? Oh my god, yeah, it's 2 weeks. Yo, so we gotta do a half-ass week and a half build because it's on May 6th. So yeah, I mean, the 1.5 week builds just don't really do well. And I feel like it's just for it to be a squash match. And that'd be unfortunate too, because Omos is really good. So, like, character-wise, obviously he's not the best in-ring talent, but just for like, a big, but like just for it to be a squash match, I don't really see it. I don't really see why we're doing this, but apparently we need matches for Backlash, and the only one that's officially got announced before this one was Brock versus Cody. And now we have another thing I want to talk about, which has been irking me for ever since WrestleMania. The Bloodline storyline. I personally feel it's been going on a bit too long. I feel that, yes, Cody should have won at WrestleMania, but I understand why he didn't win, because, this is the first time in a long time we're going to have a champ that's over 1,000 days. I don't think, let me not say I don't think, but let's just say it'll be a very long time before all the stars align and we could get a storyline and a superstar with this momentum to stay relevant and hold the title for over 1,000 days. This is like a once in a century thing. I mean, look at the last time it's happened. Like, it happened like a century ago. So I get that they want Roman to reach and go over 1,000 days. But I feel like the storyline has run its course. Like, I feel like Roman should drop the belt to someone new. And when I mean someone new, someone that's never held the main event title before. If he goes past SummerSlam with both these belts, and that's another issue too. He still has both belts. They still haven't split the belts up. Raw still has no champion. If he goes past SummerSlam with still having both belts, they're gonna have to think of something very creative, because now it's just gonna get stale. And now there's rumors that's going around that they may even put the titles back on the Usos, and that's still another issue. They're not split, but I guess like the titles is less of an issue because there's only like 5 tag teams. So you could get away with those titles not being split. And plus, Jimmy and Jay, they go to both shows. Roman turned into a part-timer, and the level of energy when the fans complained about The Rock being a part-timer and having the belt, and Brock being a part-timer and having the belt, and Goldberg being a part-timer and having the belt. The energy is not there for Roman. I'm keeping it a buck. It's the same shit. And like, I don't get how a lot of people that don't like it when The Rock and Brock did it with the belt. Roman is doing exact same thing. I don't hear the outcry. I don't hear the negativity. Yes, the Bloodline storyline is fantastic. Has it run its course? To me, yes. I feel the proper way to end the storyline, either Cody wins, Jay wins, and Jay is either Cody beats Roman, Jay beats Roman, and you can even throw your hats in and say if Sammy beats Roman. 3 people that's never won the big one in WWE. So if to me, if it doesn't end with one of those 3 winning, or taking the belt off of Roman, I don't know, or Roman just quote unquote fake retiring. I don't, like I said, past SummerSlam, I don't see how long they could keep this storyline up. It's getting to me, it's getting old. It's ran its course. I get it, but it's like after the 1,000-day mark, and we know Roman is going to defend his title in Saudi at Night of Champions. We still don't know who, but we know that we gotta get past Backlash with, again, Roman not on a pay-per-view. Premium live event. Roman not on a premium live event. So we gotta get past that, and then hopefully it's Cody, or hopefully Jay does some type of swerve and stands up to the bloodline again. I don't know, but Roman needs a person for Night of Champions in Saudi. Then that's in June, I believe. Then Money in the Bank is in July. I would say we could go down that road of giving Cody the Money in the Bank. And then we could play when he's going to do cash in. But then I don't like Roman having the belt after SummerSlam. I feel it'll be too long. That's just my personal opinion. Please, you can leave your thoughts and comments in section how you feel about the Bloodline storyline. Do you think it's run its course? Do you think it's been overdue? I would like to hear your feedback on that. And then I think the draft is next Monday. Yeah, so they're gonna do the draft. The draft is gonna be the send home show for Backlash, which is, I don't want to say weird, but I would think you do it after Backlash, but I don't book stuff. So yeah, then we're gonna have the draft. That's apparently gonna shake things up. It's really gonna. I'm not saying the draft is gonna be bad, but if Raw has no fucking champion, what are these people wrestling for? The U.S. title. So we got that. Then I want to move into the things that WWE is doing good. Apparently, Damian Priest is now, it seems like he's the leader of Judgment Day. Like they're indirectly swinging him to be the important one. Like he's in the suits. He's talking for the team. They just randomly brought up about the small scrapping that Damian Priest had with Bad Bunny. So I'm assuming we're going to get Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny some way, somehow at Backlash. I guess, because, they're both Puerto Rican and, and it's in Puerto Rico. I guess that's where they're going. I mean, Backlash already sold out in Puerto Rico. Number one, just because it's in Puerto Rico. And then you just put icing on the cake and you made Bad Bunny the host. So it obviously it's going to sell out. So I guess that's where they're going. So Damian Priest is randomly, it seems he's the new leader, but they didn't just outright say it. That segment. Oh my God, I can't talk. With Paul Heyman and the Bloodline and Judgment Day, and then Paul Heyman was like Mr. Priest, and he was talking for the majority for Judgment Day. Yeah, Dom is good. Mommy is good. Though Judgment Day has to indirectly keep winning to make Mommy look good because Rhea Ripley is the SmackDown Women's Champion and she still is a part of Judgment Day. So if like indirectly, if that stable keeps losing, it's making her look bad because she has the title. So Judgment Day has to keep winning. Well, like they just beat Latino World Order on SmackDown, so they just have to keep building momentum. Yeah, besides Rhea, Dom, Bianca Belair, Seth. I mean, Seth is just, you could just put Seth anywhere. Seth is just so good. That's pretty much it. On to the AEW side of things. I don't like how Hobbs lost the title. Hobbs was only champion for 6 weeks. I think he won three matches out of the 6 weeks, and he lost a title match, a tag team title match on ROH. And then then they just took the belt off of him, put it on Wardlow, and we don't get a rematch storyline with Wardlow and Hobbs. We're just going on to Wardlow facing the Dinosaur at Double or Nothing. I don't like that. So what was the point of building, him with a stable with QT Marshall just for him to lose on Dynamite? That didn't make sense. It didn't make sense at all. If this is the case, it just didn't make sense to me. I don't know. It's like the TNT title has been like passed around a lot lately, ever since Rusev lost it. Now it's just been like the hot potato title. And let's not get into Jay White's debut match on Dynamite. That shit was horrible. The dude he was facing kept botching everywhere. Like, that's how you start Jay White off? I would have thought you would have thrown him in a program with Orange Cassidy for the Atlantic title. I would have thought you would have done that, and then you could have had Jay White versus Orange Cassidy at Double or Nothing for the Atlantic title. I thought you were going to go that route, but they didn't. But yeah, obviously none of that was Jay White's fault. It's just like that debut match. You couldn't find any other opponent for Jay White to go against on his first match on Dynamite. That was kind of... I would even be okay if you did Starks versus Jay White out the gate. That would have got views. Probably even more views. I don't know. That was just bad. Yeah. But outside of that, AEW's been pretty good. The main event scene, all the young talent, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, MJF, really they're doing their thing. I know everyone's gonna crap on the Jungle Boy promo. Yes, it was horrible. But think it to yourself this. How often does Jungle Boy get a live mic in front of a live crowd that's not backstage or that's not pre-taped? Not a lot, right? So how do you expect... He obviously, hopefully he'll get better over time. But he needs more of that mic time in front of a live crowd in the ring. He doesn't get it. So for everyone to say, oh yeah, he's bad. Oh yeah, it was bad, this and that, there. I was like, yeah, he doesn't have time to practice it. Majority of all his promos were either pre-taped or they're backstage, where he either had he had Christian, or he had the dinosaur, or he had the fun size dude, and they were mostly all backstage. Only said about like a handful of words. Rarely got an in-ring like he did last one, the in the ring live crowd live promo. Never got it. So hopefully he'll get better over time. Obviously, like, you're gonna have some bad ones, but yeah. But I like it. The main event is all AEW originals. They've all been there since October 2019. 2019. All AEW originals, all AEW Day Oneers. That's our main event scene. I love that. That's fantastic. I love that. And now we're saying that CM Punk is coming back for that Chicago show. I think it's either June or July. And now they're going to do a roster split just so they could keep the Elite and Punk separate. And I'm saying to myself, Tony Khan, I don't think this man is worth the trouble that you're separating your own locker room, because obviously these people do not get along. I personally don't think that that man's worth that much work for trouble if he's causing a real divide in your locker room so much that you indirectly have to give this man his own show. So, yeah, that's what I feel about that. But yeah, that's going to wrap this up for this week's Dramascripted. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 225 subs before Night of Champions. Got a long way to go for that. But thank you guys for watching. And until next time, guys, I'm Dante, Game Fiend, Fiend of All Games. Out here, later, and peace. Be safe, everyone.